If we knew the storm was going to be this bad, we would have left. If we knew the winds were going to change direction 180 degrees, we would have never stopped in the first place. But by the time we figured it all out, we were stuck in a tight anchorage on a lee shore that was packed with far too many boats.
And everyone's kind of like a quietness has kind of gone over the anchorage. Everyone's kind of let out a little bit more chain. Everyone's kind of getting ready, staying close to their boats. Bridles are coming on. And we're just kind of waiting to see if it hits us or not.
So there was a little bit of lightning and thunder and I'm hopping out of the water. There's a sudden change in the wind, all the boats are turning now. And it's really, really cold breeze as well. It's clearly the front coming.
Everybody's starting to swing. A big wind just hit us from the opposite direction that the wind was coming. And it was like noticeably like 10 degrees cooler. So looks like it's hitting us now.
We've just swung around. Woo, chilly. Didn't even have time to get changed and get dry.
There's the first boat that's moving. Everyone kind of anticipated something different, I think. The wind wasn't supposed to come from this direction for a little bit until like tomorrow morning.
It was immediately obvious that this was worse than forecast, so we decided to pick up all the water toys and pack them away. Like any good storm, it was starting to build just as the sun was setting, and it was going to hit us at night. That was crazy. It's getting really rough out here. We've just turned our wind instruments and chart plotter and everything on. Wind's got up to 35 knots. Bit of a lee shore, which is kind of everyone around here. Worst for the boats that are stern tied, because if they have any issues with dragging, they'll be straight to the rocks and it's hard to kind of undo your stern lights, especially if you've got two and not just the loop. A couple of boats have dragged. One has gone and re-anchored over there, so hopefully they re-anchor all right.
Engines are on everywhere.
Yeah. There's no one in the boat in front of us, unfortunately, so we're a little bit worried if they drag.
And we're kind of stuck with them there. Yeah. They're over our anchor.
They're over where our anchor would be, so if we needed to move, it would be difficult. Yeah, hopefully this is the most crazy it gets.
Lightning everywhere.
Yeah, lots of lightning. Only a little bit of rain. It's just dropping little bits of rain. That's all so far.
Oh, Coconut's gonna sleep out the storm with her little pig weenie.
I think she can hear us talking. Her ears pricked up a little bit. She's just gonna ignore us and keep sleeping, I think. I don't think she has any idea, basically, apart from that the boat's moving. She probably thinks we're underway. The wind has luckily died down. I think it's at 10 knots now, so that's good. There's a bit of waves, but not too bad.
Oh.
Now it's
some big waves came.
There's some big waves, but right at the moment it's okay. But for such a protected anchorage, there's quite a lot of big waves every now and again. And then the main thing is the boat in front of us. There's no one on it, and they don't have any lights on it, so you can't actually see it except when we go out there and kind of look. Actually, when lightning strikes, you can see it. Well, it lights up the whole sky and you can see the boat.
And they're getting thrashed around by the waves.
And they're quite close to us. We can't pull up anchor if we needed to for any reason because they're right in front of us. And we're just hoping that they're not dragging at all. But so far it looks like they're nice and dug in. It's a good shallow anchorage and sand bottom, so there's that. Anyway, we're going to be up until this passes and making sure everything's okay. Fingers crossed there's no further issues. I can hear someone yelling outside, so we're going to go check.
Over on the ship to help to start the engine. Watch your boat, please. You have your dinghy in the water. No, I can swim over there.
Swim. Maybe we can go together with my tender.
Okay, pick me up. I'm fine.
All right, I'm coming.
This is the sailing vessel, the 62-foot Sunreef that's in the anchorage with you guys. I can offer assistance too with my tender, and I can pick anybody up that's needed. Does anyone need a ride over there?
You will probably have a better tender than me. It would be helpful.
Yeah, that's no problem. I can lower my tender in the water. Where are you guys located in the anchorage? I can come pick you guys up. And do you have lights on deck that you could shine so I could find you easier?
We have land ropes as well, just in case. 50 meters. Let me know if you want me to bring mine.
Yes, please bring your 50-meter ropes. We might need something to tow as well, because maybe my dinghy can get them off the rocks. So, yeah, bring your 50-meter ropes.
That's fine, thank you.
Okay, Supernova standing by on channel 16, just lowering the dinghy. I'll call you guys back. So there's a boat that we thought was on the rocks. We weren't 100% sure. It's really hard to see from over there. And we were just monitoring the radio. It's definitely on the rocks. So we're going to try and help them out. So we need to get the dinghy in the water and get suited up and go.
So the boat's off the rocks now, but there's no anchor to it. So we have to go back to our boat and we have a spare anchor, and we're gonna hook up our spare anchor to their boat. We have no idea where the owners are right now, but there's a bunch of people helping out.
Darcy's just jumped back on the boat and he's grabbing the anchor. It's a spare anchor, the smaller one that we had on our boat, and we bought a new bigger one. So he's gonna go grab that. We're gonna see if we can tie it up to some rope and then anchor this boat. Still haven't found the owner. The other tender that's out and about helping has gone to shore to see if they can find the owner, because they're potentially just at the restaurant that's just right on shore there. Hopefully that would be ideal, because then they can come on and maybe just motor around tonight, particularly because it's pretty sketchy to try and rig up the anchor with rope and everything, and someone's currently driving the boat around, I believe. So yeah, pretty crazy. And this is why you should be on your boat when all this is happening. But hopefully there's no damage to the boat. Doesn't look like there's any water coming in. You can see all the lining and everything behind. Yeah, crazy. The people on the boat you can see behind us, there's no lights on. Not the boat I'm talking about, different one. But yeah, crazy. The wind's completely died down and the rain's just come now. And lots of waves.
Okay, we need to get this on board. I'm gonna need your help, sweetie.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to hold the end of this anchor. And we just want to get it on board. Okay, you gotta lift though.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, just hold it there.
Yep, got it.
Yeah, copy that. It's the one that broke? Did it chafe through or did it break? Did it chafe through or did it break? No, I believe it's broken through the stones. Through the stones? Yes. So you think it'll be good if we retie it now? I believe so. How much of it is there? Do you think? A decent amount? 20, 30 minutes. 20. Is there a depth sounder on there? I have never been on the boat before. Is the chart plotter on? What? The chart plotter. But what I think we need to do is we need to tie that line on here, because I don't think we can get close enough to you to give you the anchor. So we need to go to the front of the boat. So if you can get that line to the front of the boat, I'm going to prevent it. We can't pass the anchor directly to him because everything's moving around way too much. He's preparing the anchor line, and then we're going to anchor the boat here, but he's going to have to pass the line to us from the front of the boat, and then we're going to put it through this anchor here, and it's a 33 kilogram rockna, and we think we can anchor. We think it's about 10 meters of water here. Are you ready? So we're just trying to sort out this anchor line right now. It's pouring rain. Everything's an absolute gong show. Luckily the wind isn't crazy, but the waves are still pretty bad. But we'll be able to get this line back to them on the front of the boat. We're also inspecting it because there's a really rough spot right here. It's a terrible spot. So we're making sure that it's going to be okay. And then we'll hook it up to our anchor and hope that everything's going to be okay. All right, we got everything tied up here. We're heading back to the boat and we're going to direct them to come a bit closer in so we can anchor.
So here's our anchor, the line, and the guy on the boat just driving it around himself. And remember, this is not the guy that owns the boat. It's just another guy helping. Tons of lightning.
Okay, we have everything ready, but maybe we should go a bit further in there. Do you have good control of the boat? Like, can you motor it and steer it?
Yes.
So
But I've never been on a motorhome.
it's okay. You don't have to do anything, but you go in and turn around and face the waves, and then come out equal to this catamaran, but right in the middle of the channel.
Okay.
And then we'll pass you the rope, and then we'll take the anchor forward and tie on the end of the rope, and then we'll throw the rope in the anchor in the water. Okay? Yeah. And don't worry, if need be, we can push you in the dinghy, so you'll be okay. You're doing a great job.
So one other boat has re-anchored out here. You can see a catamaran and we're going to go next to it. That's just kind of in the channel or the entrance to the little harbour, the little anchorage where everyone is further in.
Okay, go a little bit further. And then face a little bit more into the wind. Part of this line that's no good, right?
Yes.
And it's right near the tip. So let's give them the anchor line. There's a cleat right there. Make sure you pull enough of it through though. Yeah. Are you good? Okay. So let's just go forward a little bit more. Make sure we don't get this anchor fouled up here in this line. Seems like there's plenty of line.
Yeah. And should be all free to pull.
Okay, throw the anchor!
What do you reckon?
I think it's good. There's more than enough scope.
Yeah, plenty. As long as it's tidy up, okay.
It looks like it's holding. No, thank you. You did amazing.
Thank you so much.
I can pick you up and give you a ride back if you want.
Give me a few minutes. I will check if everything is good.
Yeah,
Okay? Well, we'll hang out.
Thank you guys.
no rush.
Thank you so much, guys.
Here, just jump on with me here. I'll drop you off. Okay?
Yeah, right on. That's right.
Yeah. Okay, ready? Jump on as soon as
Yeah,
you
we'll
can.
see you tomorrow.
As soon as you can.
Let's have a beer tomorrow.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, in the morning. Great job, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Great job.
Impossible without you. Thank you so much.
Well,
Yeah.
you're the one who got the boat off the rocks. man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Looks like summer is over.
Yeah, definitely.
Have a good night.
Good night. Hello.
Hi.
So we heard on the radio someone saying that there's a boat on the rocks. And so we went over in the dinghy and one person went on the boat. That's okay. And turned their motor on and drove it off the rocks. And the anchor and chain, I think, had...
It's lost, I guess.
Yeah,
I saw it already. It's
yeah.
gone,
It's gone in the water. So we have a big anchor on our boat, a spare one.
Yeah.
So we took it on and tied it with
Heard
rope.
about it already,
Okay, yeah. So we've anchored it out just at the
I
entrance.
saw it already. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
That's okay.
When you get back onto the boat, we'll come with you. We'll make sure it's all good.
Okay.
When you get back onto the boat, you got to go on it and lift up the floorboards.
Yeah, of course.
And
I'll
just
check it inside.
yeah, okay. And then if there is a bunch of water or whatever, we have a pump that we could bring over.
Okay.
Yeah, just we'll follow you out
The
there.
chain is gone. Right?
We can figure that out tomorrow. We can
But I don't
go
know,
snorkeling. The chain's gone. The anchor's gone. Where we put our anchor
Yeah.
on the end of the yellow line.
I saw it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. And so, but the chain and the anchor are gone, but they're going to be close to where you guys were.
Yeah.
And it's all super shallow.
Yeah.
So
We could get it back.
You can get it back tomorrow. That won't be hard.
Yeah.
But you
We
just
can
want to,
help you. We can dive for it.
yeah. But you just want to get your family back there and make sure that there's no water coming into the boat. We'll stay with you until you're 100% good. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you. Okay.
We are headed back to our boat. They're all good. They've checked all the hatches and everything. Told them to pull up all the hatches. They've checked. They have a little bit of water, a little bit of diesel, but nothing too bad, and nothing's coming in. So there might have been a hatch open in the rainstorm. But man, really happy their boat's okay. We're gonna try and help them find their anchor in the morning. But I think we need a nice hot tea, and we need to go to bed.
Yeah, I think so. Well, we've been texting with the family last night and this morning. All seems to be okay. Kids are a bit scared and shocked, obviously, but apart from that, they're very happy and they're super grateful and thankful, which is nice. So the dad's been texting us this morning where he thinks that their anchor was dropped precisely in the anchorage. So we're going to head over there this morning in the dinghy and try and find the anchor and then get it out with the chain and then help them reattach it all back to their boat. That's the plan.
Coffee first?
Mm-hmm. And we're...
Is that coffee?
No, it's chai.
Ooh, a chai latte.
Chai latte.
Made with our latte machine. You can see in the bottom right there.
We've been practicing different drinks and things, so this is my favourite. But our plan today is to get back to Corfu, so that's why we're kind of getting up early and doing this morning. Plus, they are just held on by rope, so better off doing it now. But the wind has completely died down. It rained through the night, but that's stopped as well, and it's a nice sunny morning, so can't complain too much. Everything's, I think, ended up all right.
It's not too early at all.
No, we're up early. We're going to go get the anchor chain now. We're going to just first have a look at where the boat kind of hit along the rocks. And
our buddy is up that helped.
Good.
He's a champion, an absolute champion, and it's good that he's up because we have a rope of his in our boat still that was part of the rescue.
So we're going to give him the rope back.
And then we'll show you where the boat was up against the rocks here.
Yeah, and then we're going to try and find the position that the anchor and chain hopefully is, so we can dive down and get it for him and then swap out with our anchor.
Like I don't think they were using a bridle. I think that's why the chain all came off.
But we have a bridle as well. But once you lose the anchor, I believe it's heavy.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. So that was Cam. He is absolutely amazing. He was the first one to recognize something was wrong with the boat, and he jumped on board, never having driven a monohull before, in that storm with the boat up against the rocks right here. And he jumped on board and saved the day.
And he also said he could see it kind of happening because the wind and the waves were coming in the anchorage here and the boat was stern tied. So it was actually had one line to shore, and so it was broadside to the wind and the waves that were coming into the anchorage, whereas, you know, when you're just normally anchored, you spin and you will swing with the wind and kind of be taking the waves front on. So he was basically just waiting for something to happen, and then it wasn't the rope that snapped, it was something between the chain and the boat. That's where the chain then let loose and dropped all the chain and anchor into the water, and then the boat swung, being held to shore by the rope, and hit the rocks and then was bouncing off the rocks, and that's when he pulled out the VHF radio call and then went onto the boat himself and drove it off the rocks.
Team Double Trouble came to help.
Yeah.
All right, let's pick up the owner here and let's get diving. Find some chain.
Yeah. So here we have where we anchored the boat last night. And they've messaged and said they're fine. The anchor's holding really well, they haven't moved, and they're all good, just shocked.
Are gonna fall off now. A little more up. A little more up. Keep coming. Keep coming. Okay. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Stop there. So I tied it to here, but we also tied here just in case this came free. It would have a second because we didn't want to have to do this again.
Great job. Great job.
They're all anchored up now with their own anchor, their own chain back. The charter companies said that they're going to come and check out any damage to the boat. We could see some, unfortunately, but way less than it would have been, thanks to a few of the different sailors here. Cam in particular jumped on board and mowed it off the rocks himself, so that's super brave, and he's the one who put the call out on the VHF radio that we heard, so big props to him. And yeah, all's well that ends well. Very hectic night, so many boats dragged and had to re-anchor, some of which have left during the night, but yeah, all okay now, thankfully. We're very happy.
And our plans are totally screwed now, eh?
They are. We were planning on leaving first light this morning, but obviously we had to go and check out the boat, make sure everything was okay, and then switch the anchors, find the anchor chain and anchor, which all took a fairly long time. So we also haven't had any sleep tonight, or last night, so we're gonna have more of a restful day, change our plans up a little bit and sail back to Corfu maybe tomorrow morning. First light tomorrow morning.
Let's go get some pastries.
Yeah, I think we deserve something yummy for brekkie. A late brekkie.
Lunch?
Yeah, lunch. Brunch. There's a word for that.
I wonder how much the water comes up here when the waves were coming and crashing in. When we were here looking for the family, it was a bit calmer then, so it's really low.
In your water well,
Also learned that either off of Paxos or Corfu last night, there was a water spout, so the winds were whipping up and the lightning was nuts.
Yeah, and flooding on Corfu. We've seen on Facebook different videos of that. So anyway, we're all good and we're enjoying our delicious food. So the boat that was on the rocks, the family came over this morning after we'd gone in for breakfast, and they came around and said they really want to buy us dinner and wouldn't take no for an answer. So that's what they're doing. So we're going to have a celebratory dinner tonight, and that's super kind of them. So we wanted to say thank you, and we're just very happy that it's all ended up okay. But we have some wet jobs to do. So I'm going to be working on cleaning the rest of the hull. I'm almost finished scraping off all the barnacles, so I really need to finish that before they start growing again on the other side. And Darcy's going to be working on the water because we're almost out of water and we've got the spare part we wanted to change on the water maker. So let's get to some boat work. Oh, yeah.
Okay, ready?
I don't think there's even a point in me clapping. I think I screwed it up.
Come on, just do it.
Okay. And I didn't put my goggles on.
All right. While she figures her stuff out there, I'm going to be working on the water maker, and I'm in the engine room. So this is the starboard engine room. This is the water maker, and here are the membranes. So I have to take off right here. These have to come out. I already have a couple of bolts out, and I will get them all out, and then I can bring the water maker up onto the table, and hopefully I have to replace the membrane before we use it again, because it takes like half an hour to get into the acceptable drinking range while running it, and we just don't want that to happen. So we're gonna replace the membrane. It should be good after that. Whew, that's heavy. We have the membranes out now, and it's just this membrane that's gone bad. So you have to take these clips out, and if you can see in there, there's one left, and this is what it looks like when it's all together. I don't know if you can see in there, but we just got to take this one more clip out here. There we go. That's out. And then we can pull one thing out there. I don't know if you can see it. I'll pull it out here. I'll show you. Just have to remove this clip in here that holds it all in, and then we can remove the end plug. And you do that by putting one of these screws back in it, and then you can pull on it. More of a bolt. So here's the membrane. So this is what turns salt water into fresh water. And here's the end cap here. To be very delicate, because I'm reusing the end caps, but I'm not reusing the membrane. The membrane is junk. This is how the new membrane is packed. So we just got to open it up and slide it right in here. And we got to make sure the lip seal is in the right place. So if you see there's no black ring there, and there is a black ring on that side, that black ring is the lip seal. So it's got to go in the same place. I've been told it's okay if I touch the membrane, but I'm still not going to. So I'm just going to install it just like this, and I'm going to put it so I'm leaving it in this case, in this plastic, so I don't actually have to touch it, but it's probably okay. All done. Well, I mean half done. The last end cap has to go in right here, so I'm just going to do that. It is all back together. Now we just got to jam it back in place and hook it back up. You can see that it's back in there now. And all we have to do is now change out these. These are bolts that I temporarily found that fit in. And these plastic ones are supposed to be in there, but they broke. I've also replaced this O-ring right here. Woohoo! It's working now! That's in manual mode, but we're making good clean water. It says it's making water, but I always check. So this is our water fill cap. I just took it off and I can hear the water. I don't know if you guys can hear the water, but this was my first time doing like serious, I guess, work to the water maker. I guess second time. And it worked really well. So I'm just gonna post the name right here of the company that really helped out. They probably spent a total of 5 hours on the phone, texting back and forth and everything. And they are geniuses when it comes to water maker stuff. Like, awesome. So they walked me through how to do everything. I was able to order parts through them and everything. Paid for everything. Like, none of this was remotely free. I just saw them off of a Facebook post. They answered one of my Facebook posts, actually. And yeah, paid full price for everything, but well worth it. The after-sale support was insanely good, and now we're making good, clean water. So I'm super excited, and I can't thank them enough.
Well, I've finally finished cleaning the hull. That's the first time all the barnacles are off this boat in probably a very long time. So we'll see how fast we go now, and we're going to keep up with it now that all of them are off. Some of them were huge, and some of them are really like dug in. So it's going to be awesome getting this boat out of the water and scraping it and like really taking down that bottom paint and then putting all fresh stuff on. It's going to be really nice. And while filming here with all this stuff around me, I'll just mention, because I've got a few comments I think about like how there's stuff everywhere, but we're in full repair mode. If you haven't kind of noticed, so we're constantly doing boat jobs. We've got so many things. We're buying things often that the boat just really needs and doesn't have, like these stern lines. This is from that engine compartment. Like, there's so many things that we're doing at the moment, and we're about to get hauled out, so we're getting a bunch of things done, and we're still going to for the next couple of months, and then we'll be kind of fully putting everything away in its spot. So even though we're enjoying ourselves in Greece for a little bit this summer, we're also constantly doing jobs throughout every day. So that's why. It's bright and early, the anchorage is still super packed, so when we pull up anchor just now, we're going to have to kind of weave our way through the boats, but then we're heading back to the island of Corfu, coming to an end of our stay in Greece as well, so we've got to get back to Mallorca to haul out. Alright, let's pull up the anchor.
That's a bit of a distance.
900 nautical miles.
That dinghy just passed directly in front of us. We were already underway. Well, that really sucked. A dinghy came up from behind us there and cut right in front of us, and so it
stopped us going to starboard, which stopped us going into the channel, which meant we had to turn to port and go through really all the boats.
Yeah, so couldn't film it. Couldn't film it because we had to put the camera down there. But if you're a dinghy, you still have to obey the rules of the road, and when you're overtaking, you have to give way. You're the give way vessel, and don't overtake another boat about this far from the hull.
Yeah,
and
I
turn
was
in front.
shocked when I saw it suddenly there.
That was really bad form, and it could have caused a collision, because obviously I'm not going to run into a dinghy. I'd rather hit a bigger boat, but it could have caused a collision there.
Yeah.
So just don't do that, please, especially not super early in the morning.
You can see all the boats that we then went through on this side.
I guess no wind is better than a headwind. Dead calm here. Can't believe this is close to the end of our Greek time. With the heavy rains we got, it helped us clean off the boat too. And the saddest thing is just over there, that's Albania. And we didn't even sail to Albania, and it's just right there. But we'll be back next year.
Well, we're just passing the fort now in Corfu, the old fort, and we're going to go around to the anchorage near the port. We're going to be checking out of Greece and also dropping my parents off near the ferries, and they're going to catch a ferry to Albania and continue their road trip across Albania and then back down into Greece for the next month or so. We've just anchored in Corfu town, and we're dropping off my parents at the ferry terminal off to go to Albania. We're going to check out of Greece and sail to Mallorca, 900 miles. It's quite a long way to go. So this week we had my parents on board. We went to some new places in Greece and we had an amazing time. We used some really fun toys aboard, water toys and things. So if you want to keep watching and see what we did in the week leading up to the craziness of the storm, then we're going to show that now. We decided to put the storm and all that happened with that chaos right at the beginning of our video, because often that's what people want to see. We've gotten up bright and early this morning to head over to the mainland of Greece. We're about to pull the anchor up. The sun's just gone over the horizon. It's a beautiful, calm morning, and we've got to go over to a new place to explore. We've been told about a really cool spot over on the mainland. We've gone around Corfu a couple of times now. We'd love it, but time to see some new spots, and we've got some special guests on board today as well. Look at that sunrise.
I would say it's too early in the morning, but it is just the right time in the morning. This is phenomenal already.
We were heading to Parga, the town we're going to today on the mainland, but having a look at the charts, we decided that we're going to make a bit of a detour between the island of Paxos and the mainland. There's a reef. We've actually seen that some boats have wrecked on it in the past, and we wanted to find some really good snorkeling. There's one main reason, and that's because my parents are actually on board and it's my papa's birthday, so we're trying to do some special things. So we're going to check out this reef, and we don't really know what to expect, but hopefully some good snorkeling, some good fish, and a really nice fun day.
So this is the birthday boy himself.
Hey.
Oh man.
So you're excited to stop in the middle of the water and
Yeah, of course.
well, hopefully we can make this happen here. There's some land right there, and then there's land right there, and then we're in the middle.
Okay, and where we gonna stop? Somewhere over there.
Yep.
All right.
We're almost there.
And we're gonna do some snorkeling there.
That's the hope.
That's the idea.
We're not 100% sure about the anchoring or the anything there, and we can't really find a lot of online information.
So just jump in and just sail away and
Yeah, maybe. Happy birthday.
pick me up
On
next year.
Paxos.
We're just gonna go real slow and see if we can anchor, and then yeah, if we can anchor, we'll go for a snorkel. If we can't anchor, then you'll go for a snorkel.
Yeah, we'll stay on the boat.
Yeah,
And yeah,
that sounds good. The water looks wonderful. The weather is wonderful.
what are your thoughts on new Supernova versus old Supernova? You've been on both.
Yeah, I've been on both. It's it's rather big to be on. It's a great it's a great catamaran. It's huge. I think. A lot of space, and yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's good fun.
Yay!
Well done.
And we're going somewhere right in front of us by about a mile.
We put our anchor ball up because, well, we always do when we anchor, or at least we try to since we've bought it, and we don't generally find that it's kind of really that necessary, even though we do it for the rules, but that it's not really that helpful, because normally you're anchored in a very clear anchorage and it's very obvious that you're anchored and you're not moving and everyone's going really slow. But here we can totally see the point of it. We're between two land masses. Everyone here is kind of sailing through. Not that there's lots of people around, but if anyone did happen upon us, they could see it and then tell that we're anchored straight away, rather than thinking that we're kind of motoring really slowly and it's all right if they're coming up behind us because we'll be moving.
I have one question.
What?
Why aren't we in the water yet?
I have the same question.
I have an answer.
What?
Because we were hanging out for like 10 minutes just to make sure we're all good. All right, let's get in the water.
Yep. We haven't dragged at all, so we're happy, and we are going to put the dinghy in the water, so if anything did happen, we could dinghy after the boat.
I don't know if you guys can see, you probably can't, but the water is extremely clear.
We've just pulled up the anchor and pulled the sail out, and we're heading across really, really close, only a few miles to the mainland, to the town of Parga. We're excited to see it. Looks really cool. We've been told it's really nice. We're going to go out for dinner for my papa's birthday. We had a really nice snorkel, really interesting spot. It's clearly taken its toll on a number of boats and big yachts and everything around here over the years. And still now there's a lot of sailboats coming very close, just sailing past. I don't know if they just really trust the charts or if they aren't seeing it on whatever charts they're looking at, because they're way too close to
It's super weird because it wasn't even on the charts until like last year.
Yeah, or yeah, very, very recently. So if anyone has old charts and they're looking at paper charts or anything like that, they potentially aren't on it. So very odd, but also it's clearly taken its toll. It was really cool to look at, but ugh, hope that never happens to us.
Let's go get some dinner.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Like 8 meters.
We just anchored, and this anchorage is so crazy. There's jet skis and tubes and this flying fish thing. There's people on that. It's crazy. And then there was like a big pirate ship coming packed to the brim with like 500 people. I don't know. It was had a lot of people. And fair few boats and different fishing type boats and all sorts. So pretty crazy. Up on that hill is a castle, a Venetian castle, when people from Venice were living here for many, many years, like a lot of Corfu. Oh, not that we're on Corfu anymore, we're on the mainland, but this whole area. And then on the other side of the castle is the town of Parga, and that's where we're going to go out for dinner. One of the reasons we want to get like a small little dinghy that we could row in is because a lot of the beaches here are like cordoned off for swimming, and you want to be able to kind of row in and pull it up onto the beach, which we can't do with our massive tender. And the actual town is on the other side of the mountain. And we don't want to climb up that one today. We'll probably do that in the morning. And so now we're trying to figure out how to get across to the other side, and looking at reviews, there's some taxi boats that take people to and from, so we're just trying to like wave one down if someone comes by.
Like the one right behind you?
Yes. We made it on the taxi boat.
Turns out it was right there. This place is awesome.
It definitely has the Venice vibes, which is pretty cool.
And I'm super glad we didn't take our dinghy because there's no good spot to leave it.
Looks very rocky and everything. I might have had to pull my parents up over the rocks, which, don't know, could have been fun.
Cheers!
Happy birthday, Papa.
It's the birthday boy! Doesn't look a day over 32.
Only a couple of years.
Maybe 33.
Favourite dish, for sure, in Greece.
She gets it everywhere. Everywhere. Won't even try Greek salad, which are phenomenal, by the way. It is absolutely packed here. Like there's restaurant upon restaurant upon restaurant. They're all packed. So we decided to walk up this alleyway here. Find the hidden gems.
Just one street back from all the crazy tourists and loud restaurants and everything, down on the water is complete silence and like cute little houses and flowers and everything. It's really cool. I really like this place.
She says that, but then we're heading back to the mayhem of the streets.
Yeah.
We have spent a bunch of time in Corfu, some time on Paxos. This is our first time here. Best part of Greece.
We're so shocked.
It's insane. Like, it just keeps going. Like, look. And we've been walking along here for quite a bit of time, and it still just goes and goes. It is so cool here.
Yeah, and all the cute Venetian buildings all along the water with this waterfront street, and then just dining and shops and music and little like places you can have drinks along the water. It's really cool.
If you come to Greece, come here.
Last week when we were on the super yacht, we learnt a lot about chartering and how to make it really fun and what you should have on the boat and what you do during the day with lots of guests. And one thing we learnt about was the beach club, and that's where most guests spend most of their time during the day. It's basically at the back of the boat in a bit of shade with some drinks, maybe some snacks, and with heaps of boat toys, and it's going to be lots of fun. And then during the evening you kind of come more to the front of the boat and maybe the fly bridge, have some dinner. So we figure that this is the best anchorage to practice and set up our beach club, because there's already tons of jet skis, towables, there's parasailers out this morning. So already this morning my papa went for a really long stand-up paddleboard. We've got 3 stand-up paddleboards, and they also turn into kayaks. They have like a backrest, and then you have the double thing. So we've got something else we really want to try though. So without further ado, well, that was ridiculously fun, but now we're gonna pull up the anchor and head to a nice calm anchorage for the night. So normally the anchor chain can kind of bunch up right up on top of each other, and if I don't free it in time, it can't get through the kind of windlass, and so it stops. But normally once I free that chain, it can go forward, no problems. But this time the chains have kind of locked in the exact position where I can't move it in either direction. So I'm gonna have to call in some help. So Darcy's managed to free the chain, but the windlass isn't working now.
All done.
How'd you get the windlass to start working again?
The breaker was popped, so we just had to reset the breaker. I'm gonna admit, I was just staring at the windlass, and Yvette just said, "What about the breaker?"
Yay, I know something. I can break something, but then I can say how to fix it. Not quite fix it though. So we're sailing across from the mainland to the island of Paxos, and my papa's doing some steering, and my mom and my papa have fixed this duct tape, taken it off and sewn her up, almost finished. And looks almost brand new. The sewing can go to the bottom and then we didn't have to replace it like we were thinking. We've just turned around because we spotted something flapping in the water and we just went past it. Now we're trying to figure out what it was and if we can find it again.
Is this hooked up on anything?
Oh, it's a turtle, but it's just one of its arms is flapping in the water. Can't tell if it has something around its arm or something, or if it's just injured. We turned the boat around and went back towards the turtle that seemed to be having a problem with one of its flippers. I got the boat hook out just in case it had rubbish wrapped around it and I could pull it off. But as we got closer, it seemed to sort itself out and dived under the water. So hopefully it's all right and just had maybe something caught or some problem with its flipper and it's figured it out and back to swimming around again. That's cool. Haven't seen any turtles here, I don't think. Oh, I saw one in the waves on the way from Sicily to here. We're in between the islands of Paxos and Anti-Paxos now. There's a bit of a channel in between each and it's a gorgeous spot. The rock formations from both these islands are super cool. It's just really pretty. We're pretty close, but it's a pretty sheer cliff down to the water, so we're pretty safe and it just looks so gorgeous. Here you can see the deepest part. It's just line after line after line for many years. And then something happened and it's gone squiggly for years and years again. And then it's gone back to being lines. We've just passed through the channel between Paxos and Anti-Paxos and we're about to round the bend to the west coast of Paxos. But there's just cave after cave and I think this is actually another archway. Didn't even know it was coming. We're just arriving at our anchorage for the night. Looks pretty calm and there's no other boats here.
I want to mention the 2 boats that are like.
Okay, I said there was no other boats here. There's 2 little tiny like dinghies here, but they've obviously come from another spot and they'll be leaving. So we will be the only boat here tonight, unless anyone gets here really late. Okay, time to put the anchor down. Well, we've anchored, bridle is on. I might jump in and have a look at the anchor position and the rock walls that are around this area, just make sure we're not too close, but we do have the charts that are relatively well marked in this bay. So pretty happy with it. I could see I think we're in about 8 meters and I could see the bottom super clear and there was rock, a little bit of sand and lots of seagrass. So we're trying to drop the anchor just on kind of rocky sand areas, not the seagrass. And so I dropped it above where there was kind of seagrass and then not to the bottom, only dropped it a few meters so we were close, and when we were right on the spot I wanted, dropped it further, hit the ground, so we should be pretty good. But yeah, I might go have a look under the water. What a beautiful anchorage this is. And I think that's the last tourist boat leaving behind. Got the place to ourselves. So yesterday was super calm and this morning it's quite wavy. We're the only boat here, still tourist boats haven't arrived, but we're gonna get going because there's a bit of a storm coming. And so we want to get to a more protected anchorage.
All right, we're all filled up and ready to go. This is a great example of why people don't come here. It's not really good conditions right now. It's kind of wavy. You're on a lee shore. We knew it was going to happen, so we've been kind of paying attention to the weather and been kind of ready to leave. But this area, the Blue Caves, is not a good anchorage a lot of the time, but it's so special when you can take advantage. But it is a good anchorage.
Yeah, like last night was just magical.
Oh, magic. Absolute magic. We're the only vessel here, and now let's be the only vessel getting out of here.
Yeah.
Here's Coconut, has to be disturbed because she has to go inside, but she fell asleep playing with her string.
Is this yours?
Oh. Oh, it's okay. Give me your little belly rubs.
Come on. Oh, he's so sleepy.
Oh no, look how tired she is.
What is that caught on my finger? Let's go inside.
Yvette's just taking a picture with her phone here. It's going to be the last time seeing the Blue Caves in probably about 9 months. Oh, she heard me. It's 8:20 in the morning and the first power boaters are already arriving, and it's not great weather right now, so it's they work to get here.
We're heading to Laka. It's one of our favourite spots on Paxos, and there's a pretty good anchorage shelter there, so hopefully when this storm comes we can kind of be a bit protected. Right now Darcy's on the helm, my mum's making lunch. She also finished sewing up the backrest that's up in the flybridge, so we've fixed that. No more duct tape on that. And my papa is working on the hatches. You remember the hatches I spent a lot of time on. He's now working on one. I've passed over the baton. But yeah, there's just so many hatches. If you remember, this is what they look like with the silicone around the edges, like so. And then if you pop over to this side, this is one that's been cleaned up and taken out and resurfaced. So we've still got more to go. There he is working hard away.
Hopefully the storm stays away.
Yeah, it's one of the first days we've actually had cloudy weather. So we're going to be tucked in the anchorage there in Laka. Well guys, this has been a super crazy week. It was really nice having my family on board, and the storm, well, it really showed what everyone tells us about the med storms, and they're coming. The winter storms are coming. So we're heading out. We are making it to Mallorca for the 12th of September. So we really don't have much time. It's 900 nautical miles away. We've got a few little things we want to fix up on the boat, and then we're heading off, like really, really soon. Yeah, so thanks for watching. We'll see you all next week. We'll be heading to Mallorca, pretty much straight shotting it, stopping when we need to for weather, or if we need to wait for a bit more wind coming, but we don't have much time, so we're just going to be heading straight there. So,
Oh, she wants to get her pre-sale meal in.
Yeah, off you go. Time for some sailing. We'll see you all next week. Bye guys. And thanks heaps to our Patreons. You support us so much and it really means the world to us.